Peace and love, peace and love. I am E again, coming with more information. Today is the January the 8th, 2021. And this is like I said, a new age. New age, Aquarius, new age, everything is the new age now. It's a whole new time, it's a whole new energy, it's a whole new feeling, right? So I'm gonna just give some more information, like random information. Um, I said tell people to research Project Bluebeam, how these people are going to get ready for a an illusion. Okay, it's going to be an illusion type. So what I mean by the Project Bluebeam, you research it. They basically are going to um, have this show to think that the Messiah is coming back, Jesus, right? It's going to be like a holographic Messiah, Jesus, basically the Antichrist. It's basically the Antichrist, the apocalypse of Lucifer. Um, they're going to start off with UFO shit. It's just going to be a lot of weird things starting to happen as you continue to watch this TV. So, like I was saying, I don't watch TV. I don't watch it because I saw the whole misinformation and distractions there. Sports, all that shit is a distraction once you look in depth with it, because you ask yourself the question of sports. Somebody who plays sports, right? And I played sports. I played sports as basketball, football, and I ran track. So, and I did that for free, right? So you ask, it's one of these so-called professionals. They say, "Man, I love what I do so much. I do it for free." Would you ever hear a garbage man say that? Would you ever hear a man who works in a sewer say that? Would you ever hear anybody who doesn't want to go to their job and basically just doing it just to survive to say that shit? It's a game. Or okay, that's what I mean. Like, they're not professionals. I learned that. I learned that when I was in school. My teacher is a teacher named Montgomery, and he I remember he used to say that these athletes, professional, they're not professionals. They call themselves professional athletes. They're not professionals. That's like a hobby, slash occupation type. Professionals are like doctors, lawyers, in the sense of like business things, but athletes are just doing that for fun. You see what I'm saying? And I noticed that to myself, like, let's play the game, and I came to the point where it wasn't fun anymore. I came to the point where um, I didn't want to compete with people, and just always want to. I had said that once. I don't want to continue to compete, try to win. Cause it gets to your mind like, okay, I'm gonna go out here to win, and I lose. Then you get mad, like, okay, I'm gonna come back the next day, try to win. I'm not gonna go out with losing. And you just keep going, and it's just a repeated thing. Then and it gets to you. And I've noticed that basketball is like in a cage type. See, basketballs are in cages, and they know what they were doing by like the black man playing in the cage. That's what it's about. And that game, like I said, I used to play it, love it so much and everything, and played it every day. And I played it till midnight. I mean, but I learned that it was wearing down my body throughout the years, because I never thought I used to play it all the time. And one time I heard my cousin say he don't play it anymore, and I was probably around my early 20s. And he was in his late 20s at the time. And he was like, player, his turn. It's just changed. And back then, I didn't know. I was like, man, I will not stop playing the game of basketball. And then I said to myself, now I look at it now, I'm like, yeah, that it's gone. It's a game. It's more to this whole stuff. These people want us to be in just to they know how much power as black people have. We have so much power that they want us just to wear it out into churches, into sports, into things that's not useful for us in the sense of just us, just being the gods on this planet, taking over back what we have and had and still have. You see what I'm saying? That's how it works. And then they are making us do these other shits and wearing our power down because we have so much power. We just have to know that we have to be connected to the real one, right? But anyway, I'm gonna get some information. Like I said, that's what they coming with the Project Blue Beam. It's weird, you know. It's weird. Like just like I say with black people, we're so powerful. And I learned that if a white person has 1.30 Negro blood in them, they are a Negro. They are black. Just 1.30 of a Negro blood. You got to be just a little, and you black. You see what I'm saying? You got a little bit of the littlest tiny bit of black blood in you. You're black. It takes 32 white people to equal one black person. You know that? Think about it. You got to have 32 white people in a row. 32 white people just to equal this one melanin black God. You know what I'm saying? We're just that powerful in our bodies. You have to know that our skins are just meant for the sun. It's meant for the outside. It's meant for this earth. We were prepared for this. We was already, you know, we lived here before. We just adjust. We already knew about this place. So, like I said, we just gotta remember who we are as one. Like I said, we got one spirit, but we're all different beings. You see what I'm saying? There's one spirit within me and all of us. That same spirit, the Mother God has created all of us. That one spirit is within all of us, but we are different beings experiencing it. You see what I'm saying? We experience different things. Um, I'm gonna share some more information like chakras, right? So the chakras, we all know your chakras. You have your root chakra, it's represented by the color red. You have your sacral chakra, represented by the color orange. It's like where your root basically is your ground, your feet grounding. The sacrals, represented by orange, is where your sexual parts, and down there where your pelvis at, hips. And then you have your solar plex. That's where your stomach, represented by yellow, and your solar plex of your gut. Your heart, represented by the color green. Your heart is in the middle of your chest. And then you have your throat is represented by blue. So blue is the color of truth. Blue is, it's like, for me, I see this as the blue year 21. I see, for some reason, it's true. The third eye is here is the color of indigo, purple, you can say, right here. And then you have your crown. It's the color of the white, the bright of the light. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to show you what blocks your, I'm going to give you some information what blocks your chakras. Your root, which is your bottom, is survival. Blockage is fear. You fear of going out to take on an adventure, take a risk, take something that your mind is telling you to go. You might not have money, but you go. Like, I learned this for myself. I never story to me. For me, I learned for myself to just go 2 years ago, I flew for the first time, basically, uh, for free. You know what I'm saying? So it was like survival plus overcoming my fear. I was fear of heights, so I flew for free for the first time. It was amazing, right? And there's a story behind that. So that's your blockage of your root chakra. It's fear. So that's why things just happen down to your legs, to your ankles, to your knees and tight lower body. And then you move on to your sacral. Your sacral is your pleasure, sex. That's why it's sacral. That's why it's sacred energy exchange. That's what sex means, right? Sex means sacred energy exchange. It means that it's very sacred that who you exchange your energies with. Everybody who's having sex and they had sex with previous people before, then you with them now. Some people don't detox their body in the sense of clearing their mind, clearing themselves, clearing their body from the past of sexual they had with different people. So then they move on to other people, then they basically carrying on the energies. I mean, you can't really get rid of energies in the sense of it's always going to be there, but you can detox a lot of things out your body that can change, that you'll reprogram your mind to a different way how you see sex, right? And it's basically like, so it's an energy exchange. So when people having sex and then they go having sex again, that's like energies. That's how some people, you'll feel somebody energy, your mind will be, um, you'll start to sometimes get sad or mad or feel this type of way and things because you just accepted this energy, like things that start happening to you because you got the energy. So it's like a sacred. That's why it's called sacred energy exchange. It's a way to do sex. It's a way to have sex. You have to know that. The block is guilt, meaning you're feeling guilty of doing something that you didn't feel right doing. Basically, that's it. You just having sex. That's like porn shit. You see what I'm saying? They just doing it. Them just doing it. You see what I'm saying? Like just to do it. They're down in a lower vibration of sacral. That's all they're at. That's what their mind's just doing. Just that's what they feel like. Okay, pleasure is what it is about for them, and it's not. So it's more than that. It's spiritual in your mind, and it's also you can be one with yourself. You don't have to be with somebody for sex. Actually, you don't have to be with a partner in a sense. You learn how to do it for yourself. Make yourself feel good. You got to understand that it's a story to that. But let me move forward. So you go to your solar plex, which is your gut, which is yellow, your stomach, and it deals with your willpower, right? Your willpower. Um, it deals with you listening to your gut feeling, like, okay, I'm gone. I'm doing this. I'm not. Um, I'm not having no one hold me back. This is what it is. I'm doing it, and that's how it's going to be. So it's going to be that way when it happens, and you're going for it. Once you plant it in your mind. You plant the seed in your mind that you're going to do it, and once that seed grows into that plant comes out and bushes out into the earth and shows, and the sun shines on it. That's when you know, okay, let me go. And so the blockage is shame. Like you shame to do it. You don't want to do it. You're shame. You're gonna think of what people are gonna say, how people are gonna react, and things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? Like you have to listen to your gut feeling yourself. You have to listen. Your gut feeling has a brain. Your heart has a brain, and your brain has a brain. So you have three brains right here: your heart and your gut, right? Because they're telling you things in yourself. Telling you things of feeling and knowing and seeing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that type. See, so that's the blockage. Then you'll start having problems in your solar plex. If you you're not listening to. You're just shamed. But you got to just, that willpower, just show yourself, know that you can do it. It's all about. So we go to the heart. The heart deals with love. That's the green love. Love, we know love. Love thyself. That's what it's about. Loving yourself. I'm not saying you can't be in a relationship or love people. You got to know a difference with relationships. Um, there's relationships, but you have to know when, like, okay, not in love. You have to know what love is. If you don't love yourself, then you be with your some a significant other, somebody, and they leave and stuff like that. They'll break up, and you crying and going crazy and shit and all that. That's you. You don't love yourself. You see what I'm saying? Because you have to know that it's like a universal thing. Being with connected with someone. Because once you learn to love yourself, and then you be with someone, then if the time comes that it's time for you to split, it's not going to be in a bad way. It's not going to be not like bad way type. It's not going to be in a way of um you know what I mean, like regular relationship, anger or something. It's a spiritual way. It's a way it's like, okay, it's time for us just to split. It's time for us to move on, move forward, do something different, do our own thing. That's how it works. And that's how it works really in relationship. And you feel comfortable about it. You got to feel like, okay, it is right, it is time, we had our time, it's time to move forward. That's how a relationship usually work, because you'll know yourself, because you love yourself that much to just walk away knowing that this is just a self journey for you. You have to love yourself, because at the end of the day, you was born on. I always say this: I was born alone. I'm gonna die alone. You see what I'm saying? And that's how it works. So you gotta. I'm not saying not show love or show love. It's like, can you be lovable? You see what I'm saying? I have your back and you have my back. That's how it works. You see what I'm saying? So if you leave me, oh well, so be it. But I still love me. That's how it works. I'm not gonna go obsess of it. That's being in love, and you go insanity. That's insanity. That's stuff like that. So that's your heart that deals with love. Blockage is grief. Basically, you feeling um the opposite. You see what I'm saying? You don't love. You just feeling like holding grudges. Um, you're not really showing the love to yourself. Showing more. I mean, you're not really loving yourself. Basically, then you're not loving yourself. It'll reflect out in the world. The world will see how you really are. Then your rule just won't be, attracting positive people. Love will just be attracting all negative all the time. So it's just, you have to love thyself first. You will see. So we move to the throat. The throat is the truth. It's the blue there with the truth, speaking the truth, just listening to the truth, and also speaking the truth on your own self, in your own mind. Your own mind's giving you the answers, and you just speak it. Your words are powerful. Whatever you say is very powerful. Whatever you say behind the words, I am, it's powerful behind you. You see what I'm saying? That's why I would say to myself, I am powerful. I am amazing. I am strong. I am love. I am peace. I am joy. You have to say positive things. I am healthy. I am rich. I don't say things in a negative way, because things like that will put you in a lower vibration. So you have to speak the truth to yourself. You have to know who you are, who you probably were before when you was on this planet. You were something before. You were doing something before. You were before on this planet, and now you're here doing. So it's just basically a remembrance. So that's your thought, speaking the truth, knowing the truth in yourself. Just keep speaking the truth, no matter what um, you learned in the past, and now you know now. You believe something in the past, now you know something now. Just speak that truth. Always keep speaking the truth. Don't let your truth, nobody Try to validate your truth when you know your truth inside. You did your research, or you listened to your dreams, or you did things that's um, connected to you to know. You see what I'm saying? So you have to keep speaking your truth. The blockage is basically the lies. Lying, lying. You see what I'm saying? Lying about the truth. Lying about what's really happening. Lying about being who you are. Lying about who's coming to save you. Lying about all this bullshit. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of lies. There's so much. I can go forward, but it's a lot of this shit. But just speak your truth. Know your truth. Know thyself with your truth. Once you continue to speak truth, you're just gonna keep building your soul. The soul is gonna build that willpower. You see what I'm saying? That's how it all connects. Then we move forward to your third eye, your insight, which is right here in the middle of your forehead. That's when everything changes with the illusions. You'll see past. Um, you'll see beyond basically what you can see now. You see what I'm saying? You'll start to notice the synchronicities more. You'll notice um, patterns. You'll notice some things start to just appear and occur now. You see what I'm saying? And then you'll start to adjust. You'll see what your purpose is. Now your purpose start to come to you more. People who uh, that you don't normally speak to just gonna come to you randomly. It's just gonna be like, the awakening is there. You're going to see the difference of this whole world. And then you're going to want to know what's beyond this plane. Because you know, when you know you don't have to die to see what's beyond this, right? That's what they all did in the Bible. They didn't die physically to go see. They died in the inside, meaning they had a death experience, but they still lived and went forward. And then as they meditated and had everything on the inside, that's when they told the story on the outside and saw everything differently and spoke differently. That's why I would have thought they were just the only powerful God on there, because it's all on the inside. So that's what it's about with your third eye. You're going to see the illusion. That's what it's about. You'll feel the vibration, the energies. You'll start to notice so much that happens and that had happened and that it will happen. It's just amazing. The blockage um, is the illusions, as in like the things that you just seeing, and you just see it as it is. Like, you're not noticing that what's above, as above, so below is happening. You're not noticing that. You're just watching the TV, going by the system, the script, just seeing this, watching these sports and these news, this presidential stuff over and over, false flags, false media, people coming with even this Black Lives Matter stuff. This all is just scripted stuff for this whole shit that happened for people to go against each other, separate people from people, basically. Um, and then for the Black Lives Matter, we ain't basically coming together for that shit. That just scripted shit. You gotta look that shit up. Who started it? I think it was two lesbian women, if I'm not mistaken. You gotta look it up. But George Soros, that white guy, I think, the white dude, he started Black Lives Matter as well, funding it. It's all bullshit, man. But that's the illusion that you just going by it. They're trying to show you about this next black person died, this person died, this person died. Then you just going out doing your whole shit again and going back to your normal routine. It's bullshit. All that. That's the illusion. Following the script. That's what it's about. So you got to see the insight of the third eye, beyond the illusion, and the inside of yourself. You'll see what's inside of you. That is that no one can get. Like, these people want your melanin and want to know your brain. They want to know what your brain is. They don't care how strong you are, how much you can throw, shoot, do all the other bullshit. They just want to know what's in your mind. You have to know that this is all about the mind. The mind. right? That's why they're coming with chips and micro things to get inside your head to control that. All right. So we go to the crown, which is the white, deals with cosmic energy, basically the light. The light, and beyond the light is darkness that is creating, holding up the light. And you're seeing basically the whole paradise of love, of peace, and just oneness, basically with yourself. Oneness of one vibration. There's no time. Time is an illusion, all that stuff, all these dates and stuff, all that's an illusion when you're with that one crown vibration, cosmic energy, just being full of God, being God and goddesses, just being the one. The blockage is earthly attachments like cars, homes, TVs, um, cell phones, laptops, shoes, clothes, all that is earthly attachments. All the stuff we got right now is earthly attachment stuff, right? And if you getting upset when, in the sense you don't want to let it go, some people get buried with cars. That's earthly attachment. You see what I'm saying? I saw a lot of stuff. People get buried, a lot of jewelry, a lot of stuff, a lot of shit. Earthly attachments. That's earthly attachment. If you still stuck on that stuff, you're not going to be able to reach your crown to see what's beyond it because you don't want to give up the big rims, getting something new, the new latest phone every time, the next big screen TV or something, all the bullshit. You see what I'm saying? That's earthly attachments. I mean, if you get it and then it goes away, but you like go in a panic mode. Like some people can't even handle not having a phone for one day or maybe an hour. They'll go crazy for losing their phones. I had to learn. I learned from my experience, my life as I went along, that I learned that to just not having a phone, learn to have a phone that had no service, and I had to just use Wi-Fi. I mean, I just went through learning, learn to adjust to having a phone that's cracked, and I still took good self-portrait photos of myself. You see what I'm saying? And that's the love of myself that I still appreciate what I still have. Some people go crazy for that shit. Now people go crazy and they'll learn and then they'll have to get it real fast. They don't know what to do. Some people say, I heard a lot of people say, I can't do it without my phone. I gotta have my phone, this shit and that. I'm like, that's earthly attachments, right? So that's why I say that's the blockage. That's the blockage of the crown. The crown is your cosmic. You ain't worried about none of that. If it is what it is, it goes, it goes. You just knowing that everything is here. I say that whatever possessions that you have and it goes away, just know it's still on this earth. It ain't going to another dimension. It ain't going nowhere else. It's still on this planet, okay? Everything is still here. You know, even if you can't see it, it be like it's still here. You know what I'm saying? So whatever possessions you have and it goes away, it's still on this earth because it's all within. You have a journey within. Like everybody have a different journey, see different things, and that's amazing. And that's the amazing part. Everybody have their different journeys, and they can see different things, right? But yeah, I'm about to wrap this up. But everybody have their different journeys in their minds, and you can see different things. That's why I love Dream World. I love to go in the dream and try to figure out and understand and see what it's about and where I'm at and what I'm doing, what I'm learning. Okay, what's next? Things of that nature. So that's why I know when you taking shrooms, when you take cannabis as well, people take cannabis, you can't abuse it. You know what I'm saying? I started smoking for healing process in my back. When I started smoking, I was doing it for my back, and then I started healing my back. Then once I started smoking more, my body slowed down, my mind started running. Do you see what I'm saying? Meaning I started to listen to myself. I started to hear what myself was saying. You And I remember when I first got really high, I heard myself say, I was in the back of the car, sitting in the back, and my mind said, we was at a dike, and my mind said, go touch that stone and a big old boulder. Go touch that big old boulder rock and come back in the car. It was nighttime. So I was so high, I went in there. I ended up going, I was like going very slow though. I heard myself, then my body started to move very slow to that position to go outside, open the door, and I walked very slow to the boulder. I touched it, and I just walked right back. And I got in the car. Then that's when I started to try. I just knew it. That's when the awareness came to me. Like, well, okay, what just happened? I just heard myself told me to go do this. You see what I'm saying? And I just heard myself say that, and I went to go and I listened. But so, like I said, it's more of don't abuse cannabis. Some people use it and then they'll go party or do the shit. You see what I'm saying? They'll just use it just to use it. They don't want to learn, go beyond what's really in their minds. Because cannabis is a psychedelic drug, but it's just a mild, the low point of it, easy. And people don't still want to go further. That's why I know when mushrooms come, I'm going to do mushrooms, 5-MeO DMT, um, like psilocybin mushrooms and 5-MeO DMT are coming to me. You see what I'm saying? That's just gonna be. Those are just like out of this world, but you gotta research it and take your time with that. So um, that's about it, man. I had a long information about this, but that's it. That's all the peace and love always on another day, another beautiful day. So just remember, just love yourself, know yourself, and respect yourself always.